The views and opinions expressed on today's live broadcast of Sunday Jazz Brunch are those of the host, the producer, and guest of this show, and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of KZKO Radio, the Vibe Network, the owners of this station, or of Denver Media Group.
We have a real special show today. We're super excited. Today on Sunday Jazz Brunch, we have community leaders and the original host of BET's Rap City and HBO's Def Comedy Jam, Chris Thomas. Also joining us today will be it's Cortez Santana, and Black Panther leader Kevin Crosby. We also have the Police Chief Anthony Ayers, and special guests. Tune in at www.kzkoradio.com and then click the Listen Live tab. You can get that on Tuned In also, and you're not going to want to miss this show. We will be taking callers at 303-386-3598.
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear y'all.
All right.
Can you
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear. Who we speaking with?
You speaking with Reef Taye. I was invited here by the brother Kevin Crosby.
Yes. Thank you. We welcome you here. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, man, absolutely. I thank you for the opportunity to come on the radio and actually speak on a real topic out here today.
Absolutely. And as Ms. Wallace just stated, we need to come together as a community. We need to come together as a nation, and we definitely need some healing.
Yes, ma'am.
We just, right now, things are just so totally just chaotic right now, and it's time to bring some order.
Yes, and there's also a division in the different groups, and we're wanting to see everybody come together for the same cause. I was actually listening to an anonymous tape last night where they said that the Bloods and Crips had actually come arm in arm to come together and unite to stop the violence. And then we have the put down your guns and pick up your sons campaign also.
Yes. Mr. Clint Collins, he is supposed to be joining us on this call as well. He is the founder of that organization. And that is definitely one organization that I have heard nothing but positive things about. So, just implementing all these things will definitely help to bridge the gap.
I don't know if you guys know about New Era Detroit and New Era Chicago. They're actually out here helping our communities right now too as well.
Oh, wonderful. See, that's what we love to hear. We love to hear people coming together, for the same cause.
So tell us what you guys are up to and what you're doing in your organization.
In my organization?
Yes, sir.
Well, right now, I basically got an organization where it's like a nonprofit. It's really like a social haven on Facebook. It's called Definition of Poverty Every Day. And what I'm trying to do is, I know a lot of people out here that's talented and everything, but we don't have the support of our own, like people in the community or whatever. So I basically made the page for us to network our talents together and for everybody just to basically support each other with love. We all need that extra shoulder to lean on out here.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Can you say that again in case the callers missed it? Because I'm going to write it down too. I want to make sure everybody knows what the name of your page is.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Reef Taye, and I got a page on Facebook. It's called DOPE. It's Definition of Poverty Every Day. And it's basically like a social haven network for us to network our talents together and support each other on our goals and our intentions out here in this world. You might have somebody that's really talented at singing. You might have somebody that's doing hair. You might even have somebody that's such as myself. I volunteer in communities at soup kitchens and everything, and I try to get the support of the community. So I just want everybody to know, we all are, it's people out here that is trying to get somewhere in life, and you need a shoulder to lean on, and you can come to this page and we will support you.
Yeah, I like
wonderful.
the fact that there's more positive music being created and videos also, instead of the ones that are encouraging people to not really do the right thing. And what is your take, sir, on the events happened last week with the police getting shot and just the overall public, feeling and from all of this? Because
my outtake, my take on it right now is, it's a widespread deadly problem right now. This pattern of violence against minorities and blacks in America, it's clearly out of hand. It's to the point where we can't ignore it. We basically have distrust in our police. We live in a state of danger every day now, and at the end of the day, we just got to unite or get wiped out. We need to focus not on like what's really going on in the media and the topics, but we need to start just getting together and uniting in our communities. All these buildings and stuff that's closed down out here, we need to start like actually buying property and focus on our children and everything, and not just what's going on black and black crime and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, we need an agenda to start with, to begin off with, and we need key point enlightenment on how to actually achieve those goals. So if we focus on the positive and not the negatives, I think we can achieve something out here.
Yes, sir. And the thing that I feel though, because let's face it, we live in a social media world, and you're inundated with it whether you want to or not. Those posts come through your feed, and I see them, and I can understand why you could do everything right and still be afraid of what's going to happen to you when you get pulled over. But on the flip side of that, with the police, I must say, they also are feeling a nervousness too, because now people are upset with them, and you could be a good cop, but it's just like everybody's on edge. Everyone's got PTSD when they're together in the situation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think it need to be a system where we are trying to just wipe out our cops either, because like you said, we actually have good ones that's out there actually trying to do some things. I believe like if it's us out here that kills somebody, we actually face jail time and all this and that. We need to start facing this situation where if these cops are going out here killing these people, they need to get penalized. The same way we get penalized, they need to get penalized. With them going free and getting slapped on the wrist and everything, that's what's really frustrating a lot of people too, because it's like they doing it and they getting away. We can't get away with it, so watch the day.
And I think that was kind of the conversation we were having the other night, because in the last 2 nights we've had three 3-hour conversations and roundtables on the phone, and that's the problem. The people that are doing the wrong things need to be held accountable on both sides.
Exactly.
It's like it needs to be all the way around fair on both sides.
Exactly. And I understand we have another caller that has come on the line with us.
This is Burnell.
Hi, Burnell. Welcome to the show.
How are you?
Good. We're having a great day. We're happy to have you on, too.
I wanted to speak on the shootings. And, it's a travesty that the cops themselves, the very ones that are supposed to protect and serve, are, it's a tragedy that those families had lost lives. And they're the ones that's supposed to protect the service, but, they're getting murdered as well as the black men are. Cops are going around killing black men and taking their lives, and they're not being held accountable for it. But as the other callers mentioned, that if we were to go out and kill one of them, we're going straight to jail. We're doing prison time, or we're going to get put on death row.
Yes, sir. And
it should be equal. If they take a life, they should be held accountable for it. Not just us as black men, and white men they go out and kill somebody, and they're pretty much not getting the same sentence as a black man is.
Well, I believe that's what the whole purpose of today's show is, to not so much focus on, I guess, the unfair injustice, but to try to come together as a community and reach a fair point for everyone. If no matter who you are, no matter what your background is, if you do the crime, you do the time, period.
And we all, in order to make things work in a community, everybody has to come together, whether you black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever.
And I totally agree with that. But
we all need to come together and work together.
Let me interject.
We go to work together. Our kids go to school with each other.
I don't think so.
And, we need to come together because we, believe it or not, we are family.
All right, caller, thank you for that. And let me interject right quick. This is DJ Smooth, and of course, this is supposed to be Sunday Jazz Brunch, but we're doing a special show dedicated to this. And we have the president of the Black Panther Party and other members of the, that group that will be calling in, and we will have a chance to expound on this. This is not a show where we will sit up and complain and make this a mall session. We are going to use this format to try and come up with solutions. And yes, I totally agree with everything you're saying. But today is a day to take this format, to elevate it to a new level, to try and come up with a way to come up with solutions, a way to bring everyone together. Because not only is it about black lives, it's about all lives. It's about we the people. And that's what this is about, we the people. Yes, we need to address the symptoms, but now let's work on finding a cure.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, sir, and that's what we were talking about last night when we had our big roundtable meeting is and we understand there are the symptoms and we are aware of them, and our goal is to maybe implement some changes, some bills, and also training videos for people so they know what is the correct protocol when you are pulled over. And then that way, if you are falsely accused or murdered, there's retribution for what is taking place. I was even suggesting, I think this should be a requirement by the driver's license. If you go get a driver's license and your life is at stake, not by getting hit by a car, but being killed by a police officer.
Yes. And, we're going to hear the law enforcement side and their perspective on things as well. All right. And do we have another caller?
No, Reef is still on the line as well.
Okay. And anything you want to interject in that regard?
No, not specifically at this time. Like DJ Smooth was just saying, I think it's time for a solution, and let's stop complaining about things that's going on.
Right.
We need to start getting in touch with our people, man. Because when I grew up back in the 90s, we used to have more love and we used to share and care for each other. It's like now everybody has a certain agenda where they just care about themselves, and that for one needs to end. You know what I'm saying? If we can't come together as a whole, we have no beginning, we have no foundations just to begin with.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And I think, the root problem to all of this that's taking place is the fear. You have the ignorance because people are just not knowledgeable. And then you have the racial tensions that are taking place as well, and that's what we need to come up with a solution as to combating the fear, combating the hate, combating the racism.
And we have 5 more callers online. Can go ahead and identify yourself. Hello, callers. We have more callers coming in.
Hello, do we have more callers on the line?
Hello? No, we're still here.
So we have
I'm still here as well.
Okay. Well, we'll keep going on with that. Yeah, so when we were having our roundtable discussion, we're waiting on everybody to call in. We were talking about getting legislation and bills passed to where, when things aren't handled correctly, there is a consequence. And so I think that is really important also.
Yes. And that's where we need to get the ball rolling, is with legislation, trying to pass, get that passed through the government so that we can get a better handle on things. And when anyone commits a crime, no matter what side of the fence you're on, bottom line is you need to be held accountable.
And what is going to be done is there's going to be group leaders coming together, and they're going to create email petitions. So that's a great idea because it makes it easy for everybody.
Right.
Yes.
So
well, legislation and